serio?
Pasa nada, tengo cosas.
Nothing that leads
Esta es la
to a
segunda
firm
parte, igual.
conviction.
Terminé de grabar y grabé de nuevo.
Yo tengo un tera y medio de espacio disponible.
What's going on here? And I thought I told you. Well, if things continue at this rate, never mind a promotion.
But sir,
I had high expectations for you. We may need to reform the operation as well.
please, let me see this through to the end. This
I know that you've been at this for a while now. Even before the police spared us. If you can manage an arrest, I've made special arrangements so that you can question that's what you want. The leadership of this country is about to change. I'll make myself clear again. Fail.
I understand.
You're allowed to take some bold measures if you need to. Oh, one more thing. If the unexpected happens to occur,
Este viejo tiene la pinta de ser pedófilo.
Es un pancho,
To
te
you,
digo.
sir?
Es importante igual, ¿no?
I said that failure
Por
isn't an
ahora,
option, didn't I?
pancho total este.
Yes. Everything is proceeding as planned.
Oh no.
Rom!
No.
Sojiro?
¿Qué es esto? Golpea la mesa.
I was cleaning up and found this. This is a calling card, right? I read about it.
Lo compré porque era muy fan.
You went into my
¿Y
room
por qué pone
without my
putado?
I'll apologize as much as you want later. So,
That's...
is it something to get flustered over? I knew it. This isn't just some... Why aren't you saying anything?
¿Por qué los descubren todos ahora?
Why did you keep it?
Akechi, Sojiro.
I mean, it was
Explain.
Oh, hostia.
Nada, encima me intimida nada, entonces sí.
explained.
Joker.
Hey, if this keeps...
Lo primero.
I'm talking to Futaba here, you know. I'll get right to the point. Is this a did they trigger a change of heart in you? How about it?
Ever since Mom died, there was no exit. I was trapped in a labyrinth. I knew I had to leave it, but I couldn't do it by myself.
Futaba. Here, sit down. I can at least listen to what you have to say.
The Phantom Thieves saved me. It's the same as Mom's research. They changed my cognition.
Wakaba's research about altering one's cognition. I wondered about it myself, too. Still. Really? When she said she was going to go to the beach out of nowhere, and even the doctors had thrown in the towel. At first, I just chalked it up as other kids being a better support for you than any adult. But as I kept watching the tabloid shows here day in and day out, I thought your case kind of seemed similar to what the...
Wow.
I'm still your guardian, you know. I'd never overlook such a drastic change in your behavior.
Sojiro.
But to think that Wakaba's research and the Phantom Thieves changing... Back in the day, I used to fear my job was to be the bridge between the country and the lab that Wakaba worked at. It's around that time that I got... She said something odd when we were... that one of these days, she might die a bizarre death. Who wouldn't take that as a joke? I just laughed it off. But it happened. If anything were to happen to you, I'd feel like I let her down. There's something I want to ask. Judging from your attitude, you knew about this calling card, didn't you? You should have known that Futaba had a change of heart through the Phantom Thieves as well. Is there a connection between you and the first incident of a change of heart was a teacher? The kid who brought that painting here was a pupil of that artist who had it. And then, you always seem to be linked to these incidents somehow. You know what people call them? Criminals. Why did you introduce such dangerous people to Futaba?
That's not true. I asked them. That's why he saved me.
Asked? Stole? Wait, are you saying that he's the one who changed your heart?
Okay.
He
No
doesn't
sé
just
nada de ellos.
deal with the Phantom Thieves. He's actually... You're pulling my... Are you serious? You really are a Phantom Thief? Oh, for crying out...
Sojiro.
So, basically, and on top of that, what the hell?
I want to find the...
Wait, killed?
She was killed.
Stop this no-
Why won't you believe me? Are you the same as everyone else? Didn't you know already? The way Mom died... Didn't you notice that her research was stolen by someone? Sojiro!
When she passed away, I did think it was odd. It was awfully fishy, but what could I do? Run away, hide, and end up here, some old guy running a camp. To be frank, I took you in for my own good. Like it's basically my fault that you got burdened with all this crap.
It's not your fault, Sojiro.
I acted all big, lectured, even yelled at you kids. And I end up getting consoled by her. God, real pathetic, aren't I?
I mean, the one who killed Mom's the one...
I see. Don't worry. Even if you are the real
No,
Phantom
claro, es que
Thieves,
como lo
I
quiero.
have no intention of reporting or kicking. I mean, who would believe such? Unless they catch you red-handed, it's impossible to explain that you're the Phantom Thieves. Let me just say one thing, though. Immediately back out of a fight that you can't win. Don't you get it? If, by chance, you pissed off the same guy, then they're not someone that kids like you can deal with. Listen to reason, all right? We're done talking about this. Come on. Time to eat.
Qué cabrón.
Capo.
Qué cabrón.
Capo.
If he turned us in, that would have jeopardized our... Still, we should tell the others about what
No
just
tiene
happened.
sentido esta parte.
Qué
Muy buena
capo.
parte.
I'm tired.
Literal. Te da atención a todo que sos el puto jugador, boludo. Lo bueno es que se lo puedo creer porque era esposo de la principal
No, no, no era.
relacionada.
No, no era esposa.
Bueno, sí, pero no.
No, tampoco. Eran amigos.
¿En serio?
Sí, o sea, no, la Wakaba esa, la mamá de Futaba no era novia de cosas. De
¿Y por
Sojiro.
qué tiene la custodia futada? Onda.
No, no sé, creo que se llevaban muy bien.
No, era novio, creo.
No sé, no me acuerdo. No, de eso no me acuerdo. Creo que eran amigos.
We're gonna win. No...
Esto es una banda. El juego se está yendo.
Puta.
¿Qué?
Sorry.
dormir en el sofá.
Hey, wait!
El juego se está...
Hey!
No, Morgana, la concha de tu hermano. Guarda,
Se
guarda.
está yendo a la mierda el juego. Me podría decir. 30 horas.
Well then.
Se está yendo el juego. Ya me acuerdo.
¿Cuándo se pone otro el juego?
That concludes the speech
Estamos
given by
frío.
Representative
No puede ser tan
Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new... We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others.
Ujú.
El hombre
Sí.
macabro del mundo.
Heterola y un Ibubanol.
Me cago en lo vuelto.
Eh,
¿Un qué?
un Heterola y un Ibubanol.
Te que venía bueno. A ver,
Te tenía que comprar.
sí.
Pausa la grabación.
Y... Vale, está Makoto y Fuka atrás.
The police have decided to reward any
Yo sí, no me pregunta nada, igual.
to the capture of the Phantom
Anda,
Thieves.
¿por qué no sospecharía que mató a alguien?
Look,
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen. And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary reward money will be supplied.
if I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30...
Solo si nos pillan.
I hope you understand the situation. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day. Why did this happen? That may have been true, but still. Well, I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this... All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless. I won't sell you out. As long as you're here,
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become... Exactly that will be when their curtain falls.
Hey, great!
Persona.
Está cerca del 29.
Cerquita, cerquita. Ya me había preparado. Yo sé que les entré a... Ah, no importa.
Ya te fue acá.
Ya te fue a cambiar.
No,
¿Qué es
más
eso?
lore. Quiero llegar a 29.
And the reward's 30
No,
million
buenísimo.
yen. What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic, I can't help but laugh.
We're finally being treated as actual criminals.
Es un poco incómodo que vengan ellos y que Toshiro sepa que somos los ladrones fantasmas.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How President Okumura ranked first, the Fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. Yeah, the enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained
Then what about everything we've done until... Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
Igual en realidad la website
Yusuke and I,
siempre fue
the
un
Madarame
error.
and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Isn't that the case with Kamish considering what happened with the rankings? Only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap. It's nothing if there's the fake Medjad and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered so much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura, perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly.
What, so this is my fault? Even you? And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because all I could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly. Haru.
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal.
Damn it! This is bullshit! Ah!
Ryuji, taking out your frustration on things.
Hey, why did we lose? What did we do?
No lo sé. No lo sé.
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Yeah, that really is it.
A ellos, onda.
I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm
Creo-
such an idiot. I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults.
Había pensado que en realidad la website era una mala idea y que hubiera sido.
Pero el problema es que lo hizo Mishima.
En realidad hubiera sido mucho mejor que actúen en secreto. Eso es lo que hace un ladrón.
Sí, pero
Onda.
lo hizo Mishima era el coso ese.
Sí, ya sé, pero igual es culpa también de los avisos.
To think we
Pero
had
Riffy-
gone to
Riffy
fame
fue una
because
de las
too
mayores
long,
encadenadas.
our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost. I'm so irritated with myself. Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot, but still, it's so damn frustrating! Of course I want to do something about...
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an org.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful...
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Piensa.
Yeah. Running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own...
I see.
I take back what I just said. I can't
Ah,
let it
Makoto.
absolutely not
Hmm?
like
Está re
this.
enojada Makoto.
¿Por qué?
Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is... Yeah.
Yosuke está en plan.
Makoto de personaje.
Ahora un random veía el spoiler, veía el video y se comía terrible spoiler del 3.
About me yelling earlier,
Él se parece bastante.
framed and the added
Tiene el
pouting.
pelo igual.
It all felt like such
Mentira.
bullshit. I lost it.
Entonces te la apoya.
You two? It is confusing. We're wanted criminals now. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a phantom thief because I thought even someone like me it made me so happy to be depended on. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but that'd make me no different from our targets. I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it. You're right. I can start by changing who I am now. Thanks. I feel like I can think. Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué?
We've reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it.
Con el agua al cuello.
Okay.
Déjame salir, boludo.
Bueno, vas a ir jugando yo voy a por agua.
Ah, por agua. Ay, pobre.
Hey,
¿Sí? Si no hay fútbol,
well then.
Oh.
Listen up.
El admin es completo.
An issue in which criminals do whatever they want under the... Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures.
I heard they're
Oh.
splitting up the four.
Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party. So an elect form a new party.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing. He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely...
Well, I suppose that makes sense since the other politician seems so.
Hijo de puta.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee?
Quit effing around.
Please keep this.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you were at your wits' end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person...
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a...
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed...
Hola, Tiger.
¿Está negro?
A mí me traje picadillo.
¿Cómo picadillo?
¿Picadillo? ¿Picadillo?
¿Cómo picadillo, Pancho? ¿Qué es picadillo?
Hay carne de picadillo.
Ah, carne picada, Pancho. Carne picada se dice.
Que acá pone picadillo, amigo.
Pero carne picada, boliviano. ¿Por qué estás comiendo carne picada sola?
No,
Es un villero. Es un villero, boludo.
Amigo, vos. No, el gato.
No.
Dale, gato,
Completely
Pancho.
rotten.
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation...
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be...
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses.
Ahora, Si en el mundo hay una sombra, pero no es la persona real. La sombra es tangible, es física, ¿no? La sombra del metaverso es tangible, ¿no?
O sea, ¿cómo?
Onda, la puedes tocar.
Pero una sombra no puede salir del coso, boludo.
Sí, ya sé, pero no importa. O sea que le podría,
¿Cómo?
le podrías,
Dar
a una
masa.
sombra.
Me vinieron los dos gatos, me van a matar.
Dale, dale carne, hijo de puta.
If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation.
So that's why.
The truth will be covered up. And an innocent civilian's life will be... I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean, I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the So how about it? Will you...
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart. She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity.
What do you mean? You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say?
Makoto.
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge and extremely personal.
Esto es lore, ¿no?
Dude.
You know... Yeah, like how some disgusting adult...
We're similar, hmm? Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to Thanks. I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work.
Mako-chan. I'm okay. I never brought it up until now. But the reason I joined... Because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace. Why didn't you tell us? It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister? Of course not.
You seem awfully evasive today. Is
No, mira acá,
something
que
the
es re
matter?
bonito.
I just can't make time.
Es re bonito que es un crack.
Sí, literal. Es re... Parecía re... Re
Let's
nude.
call it a day then, and resume this.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Qué crack.
Wasn't Makoto acting? Well,
Se resalta el... No.
No. ¿Viste que no pasa tan rápido?
Palace? In me? Not only that, Goro and the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice? And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the... That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a phantom thief?
Me estoy limpiando toda esta carne picada, no va a quedar nada.
If this is all
Estás comiendo
true,
carne
I was
picada,
out of the
negro
loop the
villero.
entire time I led the
Buenísimo.
investigation.
Yo me refresco.
La verdad que tenés razón. Es medio graciosa, ¿viste? Eso es buenardo.
Nadie me puede decir que no, que es buenísimo, boludo. Encima con pan.
Sí,
God.
la verdad. Godín. Igual estoy seguro que tu mamá la tenía para prepararlo en algo, así que...
No,
no
le pregunté, hijo, ¿no?
¿En serio? Ahora que tenga carne picada preparada...
And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose.
Pero es una lata. Una lata preparada, ¿entendés?
That's why you
¿En
targeted me?
serio?
Not for your own preservation? Believe you. I'm just considering it as a possibility. Then again, if you wanted to evade capture, triggering my change of heart wouldn't... Your actions as phantom thieves would still be met with hostility. No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your... I would be targeted next. Did Makoto come up with that spec...
No, era de Akechi, pero ¿cómo? ¿De qué hablas? Uy.
Hey! You need to keep your focus. It seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat.
Justicia siempre acaba ganando. God.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct? Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, it's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point, someone set up only to bear responsibility. Someone intended
Mira,
your arrest,
te voy a
and the
preguntar.
minimal staff directly involved were in their
Es
pocket.
que no, es muy obvio, joder, te lo estoy diciendo muy obvio. Tipo, qué tenés hasta ahora?
Entiendo que en el grupo hay un topo, básicamente. Y que me capturaron por eso, porque
A
a
ver,
juzgar por la...
ahora en esta parte, ¿quién es el topo?
A ver. Futaba lo dudo, porque es familiar de Yoshiro y mío, por lo tanto... Ah, lo dudo.
Ryush.
Mako.
Ryush.
Dudo, sospecho de Makoto y de Akechi. Sospecho de Makoto y de Akechi.
Ok.
Es que... Aparte, o sea, Futaba podría ser perfectamente porque es la Navi, pero... Me estaba guiando al principio de la intro. Y cuando, y cuando saltó por la ventana dijo algo, así que
Qué
lo
chulito.
dudo.
Qué chulito.
Qué chulito.
Menudo chulito.
And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
Menudo chulito.
A mí con los 8 le das más.
En el interrogatorio.
No.
Sí.
I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe you're... There's something I need to... What happened in the time between entering my palace? Tell me everything.
Ryuji no puede ser. Ryuji no es tan inteligente como para delatarme. Ya tampoco.
¿Y si es corta Kechi? Digo, Adachi.
What's this favor you
Lo
need?
creo.
It's late already.
Y... Yusuke tampoco. Yusuke
¿Y
qué.
por plata?
Ah, pero sabe de arte. Aparte le ayudé a pintarlo de mementos. Hay un topo.
Somos el topo.
Y la parte está completa. Mira.
Facto, somos el topo.
Pero si Sawa no puede ser tampoco, porque dijo que iba a cumplir la promesa.
Puede ser que no, No sé, no
Sí,
sé.
pero vos no querés spoilearme, así que no es. Porque no lo dijiste como si fuera muy evidente. Así que descartado.
Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a...
I can look up more, you know. Steph like her repertoire of underwear.
Tiraba
Girls
esa.
shouldn't say things like... You tell her too.
Yo acá en mi primera run confiaba
Well.
completamente de Akechi.
Confiar. Pero dije que es uno de los posibles. Sí,
Por eso.
obviamente que confía
No,
confía
desconfiaba completamente. Para mí,
Por eso.
por eso está en tus mismos pensamientos, ¿entendés? Pero para mí era 100% Akechi en este momento. En mi primera run.
O sea que me está diciendo que Akechi no es.
No sé, yo te estoy diciendo mi pensamiento.
Like her history with men.
You're phantom thieves! Ahem. Also, I may be overthinking. Ow!
Same as always.
Sí, pero sí.
Let me finish first.
Oh no.
Esta es re importante, esto me lo regala más adelante, imagina.
Y
29.
Showtime, amigo. Te despertaban el primer día. Era re picado lo de
Ya veo, creo que no. ¿Eh? Sí, sospecho plenamente de Makoto, no hay manera.
No puede ser un... Que era muy buena también Makoto. Todos
Sospecho
son
una
buenos.
banda de Makoto. Y... Para. Haru tiene contactos.
De Haru no sabemos nada.
Pero tiene contactos, sospecho que matamos al viejo.
Por eso, de Haru no sabemos nada.
Sospecho de Haru, Makoto y Akechi. Uno de esos tres tiene que ser el topo. O alguien de afuera.
Vos sos el top.
Se viene un plot twist igual, estoy 100% seguro.
Sí, por eso. Se viene algo muy pro. Para de joder.
Igual probablemente sea alguno de los de Under.
Sofi. Muy bueno. Igor.
Ahora, Morgana podría ser. Si ya hizo ese berrinche de mierda que hace. Ah, pero no sospecho lo suficiente. Sospecho más de Haru, imagínate.
So this is the courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking at it.
Igual, no sé si sospechar de Kechi, porque a juzgar por...
Él también la pasó mal como todo.
Sí, pero aparte... Después el juego te sugiere que estás con él. Así que dudo que sea él. Capaz no es Makoto la principal sospechosa.
Let's hurry up and get started.
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at...
For real?
Then that means our time limit is November 20th.
No hay tiempo. Lo vas a hacer el primer día, seguramente.
I doubt it'll take place before the 20th.
We'll take your word. For now,
I concur. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
Pero ¿por qué van todos, boludo?
Huh?
This is the model I wanted. You're so lucky. I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually a...
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
¿Eh?
oh right, Akechi-kun, it may be best.
That's true.
¿Cómo lo banco?
I'll send everyone's contacts to you.
Thanks. Well then, I'll do my best.
You've got a good personality and good looks. Talk
Guapo.
She's praising you.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto Sis thinks this courthouse.
I often hear her call it a place of competition.
A competition, huh? That sounds like Sai-san.
It'd be unbearable if you were put on trial for... Although, the competition means it's a match of some sort.
Then perhaps a stadium?
There are other competitions besides...
Ah, vos ya sabés lo que es el
How
Palacio.
about a racetrack for horses?
Sí,
Other than that, there's pachinko.
Casino,
Puede
casino. No,
gambling,
What else is there?
no, 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 el
It
timón
must
que
be
se viene.
just
El
gambling.
timón que se viene
Definitely
ahora,
see
boludo.
Sai-san in you. Well,
Makoto es la culpable, dice. Bájale la mierda, el grupo.
Mole. No, 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 acá. No, ya está. Acabé que 500 veces. Posta.
Total, ya sabemos a
No,
lo que es
fuera de
el
juego. No, 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 no puede ser tan mal, te parece.
¿Este es el mejor o?
Para mí es el mejor de todos.
head right past
No,
there
mona.
and keep a low profile.
Ah,
Sí. Un botón.
That's it.
Un botón.
What's going on here? We are looking at the courthouse, aren't we?
Cada flip le sacaba una foto.
pero porque
Let's
aparece la
go.
GOAT. El GOAT. Ah, nunca había visto cosa de qué estilo de anime. Pero, claro, no los consideran amenaza, entonces no le cambian la ropa.
Y está ahí. ¿Pero qué?
¡Casino, hermano!
Foto.
¡No! Sin
No,
pancho.
es un manchín. Sonido mi música, hermano.
¡Ahora! ¡No!
Dame mi música, hermano.
The courthouse is a casino.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal...
Isn't that...
The police station. I didn't know that the station and the courthouse...
Our attire hasn't changed. Am I...
Right. Area's outside her courthouse. Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything and... The police station's also part of her work area, though. Whenever arrests are made for her cases. I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a code name, too.
Codename?
Phantom thieves can't go around using the real names, right?
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with...
Verdad, falta algo
What
más.
is it, Haru? Oh,
Ahora le dijo el nombre.
Then, perhaps Karasu will be best for me.
Are your clothes all black?
The reverse, actually. If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the only Japanese-sounding one. Why not go with Crow instead? All right.
Got it.
Now then.
Igual dijo el nombre de Haru, o sea... ¿Qué pasa? Haru. ¿Lo puedo elegir? Sí, ¿no? Acá que va a subir la música. No te va a escuchar una verga, pero que importa. Música muy de casino. Mentira, le voy a bajar. No te escucho ni... Ahora habla.
Hola.
Ya fue. Puta va. No, ¿por qué llamas Culi Morgana?
Literal, porque...
Vos no.
Do you have a moment? Oh?
Morgana.
That settles it.
Creo que así está bien. O capaz me llama Makoto, pero no lo sé, lo voy a pensar. Me considero bueno. Uy. Creo que me estoy saltando una parte si voy para acá, ¿no?
No, creo que te está saltando un diálogo, pero es por acá. Como siempre no puedo entrar por la entrada principal.
Sí, normalmente.
Okay.
No.
So, this means we're acknowledged as a threat, correct?
Dude, you planning on stealing stuff in that getup?
It just means that's what he thinks a rebel looks like.
No. This is my mental image of a person who sticks to their justice.
Ah, es la imagen mental de la...
Well, I think your mask is more apt for piercing rather. That
Sí, no.
aside, the people in here look but we're in a flashy casino. There's no doubt this is a palace.
Oh, right. Crow doesn't know too much about cognitive beings, does he?
Ah, yes. In addition to similar topography, cognitive people exist based on the ruler's perceptions.
That probably didn't make much sense because all the fancy terms.
In essence, since these look like real people, considering what I see before me, it's difficult to believe.
Not all cognitions are normal, though. In Futaba and Okumura, people may look normal, but we should be careful.
Is this what you have to go through every time?
¿Y qué pasa?
This is a first for me. I'm somewhat nervous.
Se ve raro con la máscara igual.
Just don't slow us down, Crow.
I will not allow that.
Okay.
¿Qué dijo?
Okay.
Okay.
It's time we head inside.
I will not allow that.
Our deadline for this infiltration is, of course, we'll need to...
So the calling card wasn't merely for show? It's a necessary step?
Will you please stop
No te emocionada,
interrupting?
gordi.
Sí,
My
pero está...
apologies.
Está emocionada. De dejar el primer palacio.
Sí, este boy.
I feel somewhat nervous. It's somewhere.
Lo primero que hacía era robar. No, tu espacio, boludo, tu gema.
¿Qué dice?
Gemelo grises, qué huevo.
Mira gris lo huevo, era re deforme.
Corte vos, boludo. Te estoy dando con todo. Esto me trae recuerdos, hermano. Ah, claro. Tiene mucho.
Focus.
Ok.
Indeed.
Ya me sale el truco, papi. No,
No,
no me sale.
Atrás. Guachina ahí, no, es re obvio, boludo.
Ah, ahí está para retar. No lo había visto.
No importa, amigo, roba.
Sí, amigo. Olvídate. Para. Lo que debe estar explotando el que atrás.
Rehuye, creo. Lo que tienen que estar disfrutando, creo. Emerger. Pará.
Salir.
Welcome. Come on out.
Tenés que ver la sombra de esa amiga todísima.
See us?
You're after the treasure. Come on down and I will tell you.
What? We're not
No,
going to
no,
fall
no,
for a trick.
If you aren't going to run.
We should do as she says. There is no point in...
Todísima, man, la sombra de esa.
A ver,
So you've come.
más o menos.
The treasure is
Pero no
located on
parece
the
la cara.
manager's floor at the highest point of this building.
Why are you telling...
It's as I said before. First, I ask that you come up to my location.
Sí, Juan.
Damn it! Over there!
It seems we'll be able to use that elevator to reach higher floors. Come, Joker. Let us pursue her.
No, ya está.
Let us get after her.
Me gustaba más el tema del palacio de Akamura.
Papelón.
Hey,
Uy.
that's a treasure chest. It's fun time.
Y Fountain. A ver.
Joker.
Sí,
Ah,
boludo.
perfecto.
Sí, boludo.
Pero yo quiero chorear. Tiene mucho sentido.
Authentication required.
Members card?
Perhaps it bears relation to a players' club of...
I can't handle your technical speak. Just give me it straight.
Casinos typically have a membership system called a players' club. Some locations even have areas cordoned off for particular... Considering the setup of this place, I thought things may be...
That'll make this shit simple. Come on.
¿Y por qué no
let's
rompe
join
la
this player
ventana?
thingy.
I
Porque
would agree with you, but...
igual está cerrado que está hecho, ¿no?
Sí, pero parece cristal.
Registration will not be...
She must be daring us to challenge the security of this place.
Uy.
No need to
Está su
worry.
puto premio, eso.
I'll handle this. I promise to surpass even such lo...
Ya. Soy tan épico, boludo, si fue una verga.
Let us... Don't worry. You can... Take them down, Robin Hood!
Tiene sentido que sea Robin Hood su persona. ¿Megidolado? ¿Megidola? Sí, no, pará.
Let's make this quick. Now, Robin!
Son buenísimos los diálogos.
This is a part of me!
Oh.
Recién se estaba el hijo de puta este. No, está enojado que chido.
No voy a gastar tantos pe...
Pero encima este Pancho. A ver, usa tiro.
No, voy a reventar la cabeza, tengo pícaro. Me voy a romper la cabeza, ¿viste? ¡Ahí voy! Che, Pancho, me tengo que ir a comer.
No, ahora no.
A comer.
No, sos un pancho.
Ya vuelvo, puto